Guys, it's Tim Heck here with Heck's Treasures. I wanted to take a moment and share a scammer story with you guys from about a month or so back. We had this vintage Panasonic VCR player. Now this thing had all the bells and whistles. I mean, it had hi-fi sound, it had knobs. I have no clue what half of them did, but it was super high-tech for its age. It still had the original like label on the top of it, you know, that says all of the features it comes with. Now I tested this thing out the wazoo. Everything worked perfectly on it, and this was like the only other ones we found online were for parts, and those sold for like $100 non-working condition for parts. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say we put it online for like $150, maybe $175, and we ended up getting an offer from this one guy, and he kept offering. I mean, he started off with like a $30 offer, and that right there should have told me, you know, this is going to be trouble. But whatever. You know, we tried to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, so we counter-offered with him, and it wasn't. He ended up buying it from us. He bought, you know, but he wanted to make sure that it, you know, he asked a million questions about it. He basically, every red flag that comes up when you're selling something that it's going to end up being a scam, every one of those popped up. But you know, still, we wanted the. We try and see, you know, the good in everybody. We try not to, you know, screw somebody out of getting an item that they could really only get from us if there's not another one online, just because of, you know, a couple issues that could mean they're going to scam us, but don't necessarily mean they are going to scam us. And anyways, he ends up getting the, you know, he buys it. I think it was for like $130. We get it out to him, and the day it arrives, he messages and says that the sound doesn't work. Of course. So what we did, this had a serial number on the back, and a lot of the VCRs do, even the non-high-end ones will have a serial number on it. We made sure to take photos of it, and we included that in our listing. Well, when he had contacted us and gone ahead and said it wasn't working, I asked for pictures of the front and of the back, to where I could, you know, see it, and then after that I would go ahead and I would approve the return. And he didn't realize about the serial numbers, because when he sent me the picture, he had sent the picture where it was wrapped in the bubble wrap that we had, when it was wrapped in the bubble wrap that we had sent it out in. And I'm just gonna park over here. It was wrapped back up in the same bubble wrap we had sent it in with our eBay tape and everything on it, and but it had a different serial number, so we got them there. And I called them out on it. I said, look, you know, unfortunately we will not be refunding you because of the fact that we don't deal with scams. It's just not going to happen. And after telling him that, he went off about how let me turn this down. He, you know, was like, okay, yeah, we'll see, you know, you're gonna accept it. So came down to it, talked to eBay. They told me just wait, you know, wait it out. Once 3 days roll around, you can ask us to step in. We have all these messages here. Obviously it's a scam, you know, we've got your back. So 3 days roll around. I ask eBay to step in, and they automatically close it in his favor. Like, you know, what the hell? This is bull crap. And after talking it over with eBay again after this, it had automatically closed out. It wasn't somebody had gone in and closed it out. It's automatically set to close in the buyer's favor every single time. And so I had to wait for it to get back to me. Once it got back to me, he had gotten smart. He even went ahead and he had removed the serial number sticker off the back of the one that we had shipped him, and put it on his broken one and sent it back, as well as remove that sticker off the top of the VCR that had all the features on it, and he glued it back in place. So you can see there are like 5 little super glue dots in there. And I called back up eBay and told them about it. They looked into it, and they told me all we needed to do was fill out an affidavit of I don't know, something about incorrect return. I didn't have to file a police report or anything like that. All I had to fill out was this affidavit saying that we did not get back the item that we had shipped them. And eBay let us keep our money. But the downside of this is eBay refunded the buyer out of their own pocket. And I tried talking with them, and obviously they're not going to change policy just because they talk to someone like me. But stuff like that really pisses me off, because how are you going to say, obviously this person is a scammer, they're scamming you, but at the same time turn around and go, hey, here's your money, you get to keep that money, now go buy more stuff. Because all that's doing is that's reinforcing in these buyers that they can scam and get away with it. Even though it didn't affect me, you know, it's affecting all of us, because if they can keep getting away with it, they're going to keep doing that. And that's one of the reasons I personally see eBay, you know, slipping down the slope. And I really hope something changes and they pick back up, because I mean, this was a fantastic platform. And unfortunately for us, when we first jumped on board, you know, was when it was first starting to decline. And luckily, I haven't had many issues dealing with customer service. All of our fraudulent returns and obvious scams we've had closed out in our favor. It's just, it's really frustrating to see these scammers, even though they're not getting away with it, they still get away with it because they still get their money. Yeah, they're going to supposedly put a mark on this person's record, whatnot, but I mean, they'll just open up a brand new account. That's all that's going to happen. We just had somebody try and scam us with vintage toothpaste. I have no idea why, but we had this thing of vintage Mentadent, right? It's one of those like cartridges that go inside and you push down and it pumps it out. Anyways, it was from like the 90s. Brand new, still in box, obviously way expired. I mean, it's like 20 plus years old. And they paid $48.75 for this thing. And I'll tell you the rest of the story in another video. But they tried scamming us out of that. We ended up winning that one too. But again, the buyer got to keep his money. So it's really frustrating. It's really irritating. That was a different kind of scam. They tried doing like a swap where 2 people, him and either a family member, a friend, or somebody, bought 2 different items from us. A really low dollar item, one of the lowest dollar items we had in our store, probably the cheapest item we had. And then they bought this item, and they said we sent them the wrong one and then shipped it back to us. But I'll go over all the details on that in the next video. I really don't have much more to go on this. Just don't give up if, you know, they don't close the case in your favor. It happens. Like I said, it was an automatic thing where they automatically close it out. I know on the post office, when you go to file a claim, I know the first 2 claims I filed, even though I had everything in order, it denied both my claims, and I had to go in and appeal them, and I won them. And I was told when I was talking to a representative on the phone that they're actually set to automatically decline, because a lot of people don't deal with the appeals, and they won't go in and fight those appeals. And it's a way to save the post office money by just being an automatic decline process. So if you guys are having issues and you'd like some help with them, you need help dealing with eBay, or you need advice on dealing with customers, go ahead, contact me at any time. Make sure to check us out on Facebook at Vintage Thrifter Resellers if you haven't already. That's the group myself, my wife run on Facebook, as well as visit us on Instagram and Twitter. We're at Hex Treasures there. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.